everybody on the stream. Can't hear Wired, but you can hear me. We've got some technical difficulties. I don't know you, Brooke. Did it?
There we go.
To fix it, everyone.
There we
Hello.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're getting ready to watch some Silver Series here in Season 22, Week 1. I'm going to be your host tonight, Wired. And joining me in the booth, as you already heard, is our good pal, Racer Chick. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I've already been here for an hour. We're back again.
Yeah. That nap was well needed. Shout out Texas for showing up in my greatest downfall.
Shout out to Texas for being. Well, yeah, when you sleep, you're out for the count. You're gone.
Cold.
Yep.
I woke up to Squeller's third phone call.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, at like 7:30. I was like, oh, all right, cool.
I missed the first one. It's all right.
you know. Then I immediately texted him. I was like, shit, my bad, brother. I'll be there for silver.
What sucks, though, is it's like there wasn't a lot of people in bronze.
I did see that.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. So, as we saw earlier, Mr. Bump Draft taking the sweep tonight. Very well done from him. You know, it's definitely a feat on its own to sweep a series, and especially for your first night out.
Y'all, is it his first though? Technically, it's his second. You know.
Yeah, those 6 laps last week there. Whew. Got him ready to go.
I feel like that may have taken some nerves, though, just a little bit, because.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this all being broken? Right. Everything is broken.
If you heard little zombie.
Little zombie in the background.
He left his dang water bottle in here.
What a goober!
I just took it to him. That dipstick. Also, I just want to talk about the fact that Nuclear is running so fast that he got moved up to silver without even racing a week.
Yes, he did. And you know what? It's his own fault, because he was sending me and Squeller stuff. So, you did it to yourself, brother. Could have had a nice calm week in bronze. Got himself a sweep, but instead he decided to go absolute bananas with practice.
Mm-hmm.
Bonk, what's going on? I see you in the chat, brother.
Bonk, I'm so sad you're not here tonight.
Yeah, it sucks, buddy.
Dude, you know what times he was running?
I heard you guys talking about it.
Did you hear the catastrophe with Texas's thing talking over everybody?
Oh, it was so bad. Like so bad. But you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches.
We didn't know how to fix it.
Yeah, I heard what was it, Kurds coming up clutch in the chat, helping out. But hopefully we're going to be getting on the road for qualifying here very shortly.
Right.
Seems like we're just waiting on Temp, and Squirrel's probably going through his spiel.
Oh, Temp's not in there yet? Oh no, Temp.
He's here. He's just not ready up.
Neither is Bump Draft.
No, but we have a pretty stacked field of drivers here in this Silver Series. It's definitely looking faster than than most seasons. Let's take a look down through, see who's joining us again and who's newcomers.
Wait. Is Bum not here?
It seems like Bum is not going to be here.
No.
But the man Temp joining us again for another season. He was kind of a middle field driver last season, from what I remember. And hopefully he's put some time in, and he's going to be battling out with the best of them. That'd be awesome to see. Another guy.
I will just mention he has been almost faster than me half the time at the second track. So if that says anything.
Hey, that just means he's putting that time in, having some fun practicing again.
I feel like that's a personal attack on me.
Another return, Inferno, was supposed to be in gold last season. Very quickly got booted on out down to silver. I shouldn't say booted. Him and AY swapped locations just to make everything a little more even, I should say. Soul Pun, another silver driver in previous seasons. He's been back down in silver for what, 2 seasons now, I want to say. This is his 3rd season back down in silver. So definitely hoping he shows up and puts on a good show for us. Slick, feels like this man has just sat himself in silver, and it's where he lives.
This is his home now.
This is his home. King Saturn, a guy who is on the fence most seasons of where to put him. But I find he generally has the speed to be a gold driver. It's just the consistency isn't quite there unless he puts a lot of time in. Nuclear. We saw a little bit of him last week. If you watched that stream, this kid has been grinding. And now when I say grinding, I mean every day I've been getting Discord messages and PlayStation messages with screenshots of his lap times here. I expect big things from him. He is my vote to win here. So
let's go, dude.
Let's see if he can do it.
You know, that's the thing, though. Sometimes it's a lot easier to put a fast lap down than it is to actually win a race.
This is true. And this Silver Series is stacked with a lot of weathered racers in PRA, so they all know what they're doing, and Nuclear hasn't really ran in a few years. I can do full screen.
Weathered sounds awful. Oh, he is in here. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I didn't see him. I was like, where is he? I apologize. I just fully interrupted you. Yeah. Get on up there. You know what Squeller did not do? Fun time! I was gonna say that, and I forgot, because we started talking about something else.
There we go. Hello.
You can't hear. Okay.
Sorry,
right,
my OBS decided to die. So
OBS is so stupid.
Getting everything fixed up again, but it should be good now. We should be chilling.
Oh, ads.
Ads. What's going on, brother? Who else do we got here? We got Mr. Bump Draft. You just saw him sweep that bronze series, and so far he is 2nd place position at the start of this qualifying session. Well, he just got bumped down to 3rd as Savage runs. Oh, no, never mind. He's still 2nd. That was a 106. Then we got Inferno. We already talked about Wumbo. Mr. Mystery Inc. himself. Gonna be, let's see if he's rocking the colors still. Of course he is. I think I might rock them this season too, just to represent. He's gonna be one to look out for, I think, this season. He was very fast in the team event. Very, very high improvement from this dude, so I expect some good things from him. And last, but certainly not least, is the one and only Grandpa. What it is, what it is. Graham has been around since the dawn of time, it feels like. Definitely the, probably the most veteran. He's a dinosaur. He's probably the most, he's probably the most veteran PRA racer here. I think it'd be between him and Saturn.
Yep, I would agree.
Yeah. Cyber, the leaderboard is not messed up. We just did not set it to qualifying lap, so
yes,
it's Squeller's fault.
It is I am the racer chick. Also, Wumbo just takes the fastest time with a 105.360.
That's my boy right there. That's my boy. Appreciate it.
Dude, he was being so aggressive with me in practice. I almost wanted to just run him into the damn wall, dude. He couldn't hear me though, cause I was in Discord. I was like, this dude.
Well, he's on a mission, that's for sure, and it looks like he is gonna hold that that pole position as Graham makes a mistake going through the double left-handers, and he's gonna pull it off and retire.
Also, don't believe Kurds, because you can definitely hear you on the stream.
Yes, I'm sure that was just before I fixed everything he sent that, so.
You know what? Temp has a great time here also.
Yeah, 105.7.
Oh, so does Nuclear, 105.4.
Yeah, so just for reference, this kid has sent me a couple laps in the 104s.
I've heard that also.
Yeah,
I have heard
so
that.
he's been cooking. See, does Temp improve at all? He does not. So starting on your pole will be Wumbo. Right beside him, rather, will be Mr. Nuclear. In behind Wumbo will be Inferno with a 105.5. Behind Nuclear will be Temp. Oh, he set it to qualifying sprint. This guy.
P just popped. I love it. Oh, and he doesn't even have the times, does he? Oop.
Well, he can always go back on the stream, and he's Squaller's got it. He's got it under control, maybe.
Dude, they had to restart the second race 2 times because he could not get it off qualifying.
This dude. Maybe he doesn't have it.
Squaller's having a day. Well, also he was panicked because you died.
Yes, off the face of the earth.
He's like, who's gonna stream? What do I do? I was like, well, I'm not signed in anymore, so I don't know.
I'm just keeping him on his toes, you know?
Yeah, keeping that heart rate up, you know?
Gotta keep his life exciting somehow. But who do we got? Who do we got for winning this race?
You know, I wish I could see the actual lineup. I don't remember where everybody was.
It went something like Wumbo, Nuclear, Temp, Inferno, and then it was like a mix of other drivers. You had like Texas in there, Saturn, Solpun, Savage. They were all kind of Graham.
This is probably not a popular choice, but I would like to see... It would be awesome to see Temp do really well. I would love to see him win. I'm not sure if he will with Nuclear and Wumbo, but, you know, anything can happen when you're racing, so...
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's a long race. 15 laps here. It does take quite a bit of time, so... Definitely anything can happen here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I believe Squeller's trying to figure out... I'm sticking to my guns with Nuclear here.
Nuclear? Okay.
Yeah,
That's probably the second person I'm thinking. It just depends. Like, I don't know. there's a few of these guys that I don't know how they race. I don't know their racecraft. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people just get nervous. Some people just don't perform as well as when they're just hot lapping. It just
Well,
you don't know.
and I'm going off with what I remember from back in the day with Nuclear. He has ran in PRA before, so it's not like he's a complete stranger. Now, it has been a long, long time. But I think since he has that experience and he got that experience at such a young age, that it should carry over pretty well.
Right.
This first race might be a little shaky, though. I mean, it's his first time ever being in Silver Series. He raced in it a few times in his season, but he's officially a silver driver, so.
I remember when I got moved up to silver. I actually think the second season I raced, we had diamond. So I was actually gold.
Yes, you were.
Which is equivalent to silver.
I don't know if he is or not. How old are you again, Cyber? I don't actually remember.
I think Cyber's like 20. How old is Nuclear?
I'm pretty sure he's like still a teenager.
Really?
Yeah, I have a feeling that when he raced with us, he was like 12 or 13. Yeah, Cyber's 19. So and don't quote me on this, Cyber. I believe he's probably like 15, 16. Just a young buck.
Oh, I'm not ready. Young kids will just take over it. They're going to take over everything. I didn't realize Cyber was only 19 either. I thought he was a little bit older.
For some reason, I had it in my head that he was 18, so I was close. And you said 20, so I mean, it's not like we were far off.
We're right in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. Just split the difference.
Also, did you see Flash say boo to you?
Of course I did. I just chosen to ignore him now. Yeah. He does it to me in every stream I do, even if I stream on my own channel now.
You've never been the youngest. W was the youngest. And actually, I believe Kirk is younger than both of them.
Yes, Kirk is also like 16 or 17, I think.
Uh-oh.
Boo, Flash, boo.
I demand narrator.
Flash, it was horrible, and you know it. It was so bad.
Listen, they were being so annoying, him and Coob.
Oh, I bet.
I messaged Flash and I told him he needed to quit.
Luckily for me, this is being streamed on a PC and not PlayStation, so it's not a setting I have to mess around with. But it looks like we are getting lined up, stacked up, and packed up. Wumbo up on that pole, Nuclear in second. Why do I feel like Temp belongs farther up than where he is?
I don't know.
And what's Bump Draft doing up there? I am very confused. All right.
Flash?
Inferno in third, Bump Draft fourth, Texas in fifth, Temp in seventh. In sixth, sorry. In seventh is... Oh, no. Where? Seventh looks to be Mr. Graham Paul, and eighth is Soul Pun, ninth is Saturn, 10th is Savage, and rounding out the field in 11th will be Slick. Maybe that's all changing because people are flip-flopping around all over the place, so I don't know what the hell's going on.
Nah, who cares?
I'm going to ride on board with Mr. What It Is himself, Graham Paul.
I'm riding on board with Inferno.
We are really stacked up, and we are green here at Pine Hills Rally Circuit.
Ooh, and Bump Draft pushes Nuclear out a little wide.
Yeah, but he holds on to it nice and well. He's holding off 2-3 guys. Grandpa carving his way through this field.
Inferno just gets shuffled all the way to 10th.
Oh, yeah, it's a dog-eat-dog world out here. Grandpa pushing Temp out of the way, saying, hello, this is my spot. Bump Draft was also pushing him through, so that's not really on Graham. That was just kind of racing in proximity. It happens. Wumbo putting on a pretty good gap up there.
Ooh, I'm getting scared.
Heading towards the middle of the field here. Saturn and Bump Draft battling it out. There's an explosion. That was Nuclear.
Nuclear. Oh, no!
The tragedy. He was just pushing it a little too hard. He was, trying to go for glory here in this Silver Series.
Everything's unfolding so bad right now.
So that puts Texas up into second. He's wheeling down Wumbo. Grandpa in third, trying to hold off Temp here.
Texas, oh, I'm so slow here. Shut up, Texas.
Temp goes to the inside of Grandpa, gets the position. No contact made at all. Very well done. Inferno, he's up in the stuff now. He's trying to battle that Bump Draft and Saturn while also holding off Soul Punt. Dives to the inside. Is going to get preferred line. Saturn will have some outside speed, though. They're side by side going down the hill.
Ooh.
Gets a little tap from Bump Draft, but not bad. He's able to get clear. Inferno started out front, got shuffled back to 10th early, and he is back up into 6th already, so he is putting that pedal down.
Go Inferno.
Yeah, and looks like this is the closest battle on the track right now, so we're going to stick with this for a little bit. Saturn has a really good exit out of the final corner there. Wumbo so far with a fast lap as the hot laps start coming in with a 105.237, already improving his qualifying time, but Texas not far behind him with a 105.348 and Temp with a 105.441. So these top three are absolutely flying.
Let's go, boys. That makes me feel like ass, though. I've not gotten under a 105.
Neither have I, but I also have not put any time down.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? The only thing about you and I is that we both do better as the race progresses, usually.
Oh, for sure. As I get more comfortable,
so we'll get
settled
faster.
in.
I'll get faster as the time goes, probably, but
here I'm not too confident in. Even though I have ran laps here, and I
track.
haven't at Savilax at all, I actually feel really confident at Savilax. It's just a track that I understand really, really well.
Yeah, this track is tough. This track is
Inferno
really tough.
and Saturn. Inferno into the wall a little bit. Catches those signs. That's going to slow up a whole lot. He loses 3 positions from that. Back down to 8th.
Damn, Inferno needs to just chill out, take his time. I think he may be trying to push it a little too hard.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to push to get some of that time back. I will say Grandpa and Nuclear both down into the 105.4s now. 105.460 for Graham and 105.467 for Nuclear. With that 467, I feel like Nuclear's got to be making up some time, and he is. He is right on Slick's bumper, going for the inside move in the hairpin.
Wait, Nuclear had... Oh, I didn't realize he was all the way at the back. I did not realize that.
Slick hits that inside barrier. Yeah, Nuclear went to the back after lap 1, hitting that barrier up this hill here.
I'm going to ride on board with Inferno for a moment.
Yeah, Inferno lost a lot of progress that he had made up, and now he's running out of time to do it. Looks like Wumbo is putting on a gap pretty good right now. Texas and Temp look like they're going to be battling it out here soon.
Inferno does get by Bump Draft. Flash says that Bump needs to be moved up. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced yet.
He didn't run away with those races.
No, and like you guys said, we were missing a good amount of our quote-unquote faster bronze drivers.
Yeah, like our veterans.
Yeah, like you didn't have Walleye there, you didn't have Ramrod wasn't there,
AJ
Boogie. Wasn't there, Boogie wasn't there, so a good list of drivers that generally do pretty well that weren't there.
Top runners were not there.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. So
I think he deserves at least one more week, unless he goes absolutely crazy on Savalax. I think he deserves one more week in that Bronze Series to hopefully race against some of those top runners of the Bronze Series.
Well, yeah, and the thing you gotta remind yourself of is, like, him and Nitro were fighting at the end of that race, that last Savalax race. So it's not like he just ran away with it and was gone.
Yeah, he definitely had some competition, and I mean, even here, he's running a 106.051 right now, which is the second slowest time on track. One that I may mention is Slick, who is definitely seeming to be struggling here, so there may be some balancing happening. He might make a return to that Bronze Series, but don't quote it. I don't run it. That's up to Squeller ultimately.
You know, the thing is, though, is this track is super hard. Also, something happened to Sulfun. I just saw him reset. I'm not sure.
Oh, and he is hurting. He's got half his health gone.
Oof. I wonder what happened. I wonder if somebody took him out.
He has no component damage, though. I know he was battling with bump draft there. I feel like he may have just slid into that tree. Slick
hits the wall.
Eats that curb and annihilates the wall. Looks like we are slowing up, and I believe a caution was called.
You think?
It is. We are stacking up 2x2 up front here, halfway through the race, and we are going to restack them, repack them, and send them to the wolves.
Sulfun incident was what decided.
I have a feeling that it likely was. I feel like that nuclear incident was probably tally 1, and that Sulfun incident was likely tally number 2. So,
oh shoot! This gives Temp a chance to get up there, Graham a chance to get up there.
Yeah, it gives Inferno a chance to hang out up front. I'm gonna hop on board with the returning nuclear and see how he handles this, because he started way up front at the start of this race. He was in second until this uphill, so I want to see how he handles it. And you can see he does have the speed, but does he have the race pace to compete with these guys? He's running with Logano's colors, that's why. We are stacked up and packed up. Is he going to send him green a little early, give him some speed? He holds him a little bit, but we are green once again. 6 laps to go. Looks like Nuclear taking it a little easy.
Oh!
Saturn is around. That collects 1, 2, 3, 4 people. That might be a full restart, but he did get straightened up pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. That sucked.
It looks like we're still rocking with it. I will say, Nuclear handled that like a champ.
Graham made his way up to 3rd, though. He's not a 4th anymore.
Yeah, he got around Temp. Temp and Bump Draft were battling it a little bit. Bump Draft hit the inside barrier. That's going to give Saturn and Slick, who are side by side, they get collected up in the wall. Whew.
Oh!
And Slick is flipping back there.
Oh, no.
What a sight to see. I wish I had a button to get an instant replay on that in slow motion, because that was absolutely wild. Somebody clip it. We need a YouTube short of that one. Wumbo in Texas starting to run away from this other battle here of Graham and Temp. Inferno battling it out with Saturn for the 7th place position. Nuclear up into 6th already, and he is hunting down Bump Draft. What a solid battle from these top 2 contenders, though. Wumbo defending wonderfully, and Texas is doing a great job of holding his composure, holding his line. Savage, someone who we haven't really talked about much yet tonight. He's running a 105.6, so one of the faster on the circuit. He is trying to hunt down Saturn here.
Oh my gosh, I feel like Inferno has gone through hell and back through this race, dude.
Yeah, I think the emotions that guy is going through right now is is quite wild. I mean, from starting up front to going to 10th, battling his way back up to 6th or 5th, getting pushed back out, back down to what, 8th, 9th, to having a decent start, to getting collected in this King Saturn incident
Oh,
on this double right-hander. It's just been a lot for him. Savage dives it on the inside of King Saturn, pushes him out of the way a little bit. They're going to be driving side by side up the hill.
So are Texas and Wumbo.
And Texas does have preferred lines, so he is going to take the lead of this race. Wumbo, first time losing the lead this entire race.
Oh, and Texas goes a little wide.
And Wumbo going to take it right on back from him, it looks like. They are still side by side. I'm watching from temp here. You guys got to be careful.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
Texas on the inside line, but Wumbo's going to get a good exit, and he is going to make that pass clean. Temp has to check up so he doesn't spin Texas. I'm sure Texas appreciates that. That's right. But that will give the lead back to Wumbo, and a good gap.
Yup. Sorry, I start to get all like, I don't know what to do, and stuff gets scary.
Inferno battling it out with Bump Draft here is going to tuck it in on the inside.
And Wumbo hit that inside guardrail.
And
I forgot what it was called for a second.
Just like that, Texas is back on the bumper of Wumbo. Inferno gets around Bump Draft back here. Nuclear trying to follow him through. He's going to try and dive it on the inside. Bump Draft does a great job of holding his line.
Listen, I just want to tell you now, if Texas takes this home, I am giving him so much shit when he gets in here. Oh! Wumbo almost lost it right there. Did you see that?
I did not see it. I was looking up at the chat, but that's going to give Texas a good little gap.
Funky. Oh boy, oh boy.
Let's hop on board with Grandpa, as he's going to be the prime seat to watch Wumbo try and catch Mr. Texas. Also could be Wumbo's greatest downfall, is Graham battling it out with him.
Oh, nice.
Texas is...
What happened to Texas?
He pushes it too hard. He went too far into that corner, and just like that, from 1st to 5th.
Texas, no.
6th even, as Bump Draft gets around him. Let's hop on board with Nuclear now. I know that is a heartbreak for Texas. Nuclear diving it in on the inside, pushing Texas through the corner just a little bit.
I'm still riding along with Graham at the moment.
They are side by side going down the hill. Texas is gonna just edge him out. Everyone else ahead of them is in a line. Texas seems like he got a little bit of a bad bounce going up the hill. Nuclear turns in too early though. So Texas is going to hold on to that position. What's going on a little bit farther in the back of the pack? We got Soul Punt trying to catch Mr. Savage here.
Graham got a beautiful exit off that first corner.
Bump Draft has ran a 105.6 now, joining the mid group of this field. Saturn has decided to pull off and retire. I'm not too sure what happened there. I hope all is well, though. But we're coming up on about a lap and a half to go. Wumbo goes a little bit too wide. It's going to give Graham a decent run, but has to check up so he doesn't hit him, and Wumbo is going to get a good gap once again. I'm going to ride on board with Grandpa for this remainder of this race, I think, to see if he has anything for Wumbo.
I will go through the field a little and see if there's anything else exciting happening.
Graham hits that inside wall just a little bit.
I'm impressed with how close a lot of these people are staying right now. Sorry, I couldn't get the words out.
Yeah, no problem.
Stuttered. This is wild, though. This is a great race to watch.
Yeah, and this is textbook silver stuff. I mean, it's always been the series that will be the closest. Always has been, always will be. Just because you have the bottom half of bronze that isn't quite up to speed, And then you have the top end of gold, who's just absolutely cooking all the time. Whereas in silver, everyone is pretty equally matched. I mean, anyone could win this race.
For the most part, it's pretty close. It's almost like when me and Cyber were up in silver, and we were literally almost identical every week.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what a joke.
Yeah, the competition here is always so close, but we are coming down to the last few corners. Does Graham have anything for Wumbo? Graham hits that inside barrier, so unless Wumbo makes a mistake here on the final turn, this will be his victory.
Oh, and Texas gets
Does it clean?
Inferno right. Oh! Yeah, Texas took it from Inferno. Oh,
Inferno
no,
takes it back at the line. Unreal stuff.
Oh my gosh,
Looks like Soulpun's going to take 8th here. Let's go through the field. Wumbo in 1st, Grandpa in 2nd, Hemp in 3rd, Inferno in 4th, Texas in 5th, Bump Draft in 6th, Nuclear in 7th, Soulpun in 8th, Savage in 9th, Slick in 10th, and Saturn will be rounding out your fields in 11th. Let's invite Wumbo up into here, please, Racer Chicken.
I got it. I feel like we should almost invite Texas, too. I would love to talk to him about what went through his mind when he screwed himself over.
Hey, if you wish to invite him up here, feel free.
Let's see. Should I wait till after we talk to Wumbo?
It's up to you. You are in control here.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are. But, Mr. Wumbo.
Man, I was not as fast there as I've been all week. This track sucks.
It's so bad. Yeah, it's
like,
not fun.
It's a fun racing track, but like that first turn, there was probably one lap that I took at 100%. So I was like, man, this turn sucks. I can't control it, like hot lapping it. And so like every time like Texas would run into me, it's because I kept like easing through the corners. So like, man, well, it's a lot better than running over and hitting something. Like Nuclear hit the barrier the first lap. Or
man, got absolutely destroyed.
He was definitely faster than I was. He's definitely top tier silver, whatnot. But that was a fun race. I lost it to Texas there on the backstretch. We were too wide, and I figured out just how bad that bump is. But
yeah,
he hit a barrier, and
yeah, that bump is nasty.
That was a fun race. There's just not many too wide spots.
No, this is definitely a tight circuit to run too wide on, but you did a fantastic job of holding your line when you were defending and also knowing when to push to try and put a gap on. So definitely a master class of what to do for sure.
Yeah, I think I had one good move on Texas, and that was at the top of the hill. That was about it.
Yeah, but your defense was great. Shout out to Mystery Inc. Getting our first dub of the season. Love it, buddy.
Scooby's.
Hey, he's not on your team anymore.
Hey,
whoa.
I will forever.
Favoritism is not a thing right now, Wired.
Hey, team for once, team for life.
That's right.
No.
Why do you think Why do you think?
Oh, okay. So is everybody in your team then, Wired?
Not everybody, but
I will say one thing.
Yeah, you've had other people in your team.
Well, yeah. Why do you think I cheer for Graham every week?
I've noticed
I am gonna invite Texas in here in a second.
We don't race as fast in these races as we do in practice and qualifying.
No, because you're
practice
racing.
all week and then get the qualifying and then the nerves hit you and it's like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Yup, it's a different world out there, man.
Yeah, you have to be a different beast to maintain your speed through qualifying, but I think we need to get this show on the road. It is getting pretty late. Wumbo,
Yeah, never mind.
congratulations on race win number 1. Good luck on Savilax.
Thank you.
Good luck.
That was your race number 1 winner, Mr. Wumbo. Very well done.
Do we know this
him.
Taylor J22? Is this a new driver or something, maybe?
Seeing as how everyone is trying to kick him or her, no.
I don't know because they're getting into the Sunrise Super is the only reason why I am.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do that. They just join in the lobby and hop into the car everyone's in.
Yeah.
Squeller has set it
invite
to
Texas, but
qualifying lap.
he already said he hates his life in the chat, so I don't think we need to.
I did see that.
Texas, what happened?
I mean, he was just trying to put a gap on it and overdrove it into corner one is what I feel like likely
dude,
happened.
I thought for sure he had it in the bag. He had it in the bag, in my opinion. Then he went through it all the way.
But very well done for the first race of the season for that Silver Series. Definitely some good battles around. I like this field. This field feels right. It feels even.
Silver is just a different beast, and I think I say that because it's like the racing's so close that it's just that exciting, right? Like you get locked into these races because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen, and you don't really have a whole lot of downtime. I mean, a lot of the times in gold and bronze, I feel like the field spreads out pretty quick. Not so much in gold the past couple seasons, but back before we had unknown racing every week, and you and Cyber are a good duo that seem to always find each other still. Treeless, it was very much like you would race for 3 laps, and then wherever you were after those 3 laps is where you were finishing the race.
Yeah, pretty much. The thing with gold, though, is like, yes, it doesn't happen as much in gold, but it still happens because, in all honesty, there's such a big gap between the talent in gold. Like, you can't compare, like, you, Bodie, Unknown, Treeless, to, like, me, Cyber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is a big gap there. That's like, if we had a few more people, I feel like we could do a 4th division, but...
Yeah, like, I think we would need to have probably another 3 drivers on the same echelon as us.
Yeah.
Before we did that. Just because I would want to see exciting races.
You know what's really scary, though, to think about? Is, like, Cyber's fast, and he's still on PS4.
Oh, yeah. No, if he gets a PS5, so I definitely think he will he will level up.
He's going to be so fast. And, like, same with Kirk. I know that Kirk doesn't race with us usually, but when he practices with us, he's literally right around your guys' times.
Oh, yeah. Kirk
and he's on a PS4 as well.
Yeah, he would be right up there with us for sure.
Yep.
It might take Cyber a little bit to get used to the PS5 because I feel like there is a pretty big difference. But once you get used to it, it's definitely, it just feels smoother. I don't know if you ever played the PS4 version of the game.
I have not, but I've played the Xbox 360 version versus like the Xbox Series X version or whatever, and there's a huge difference. So I understand how bad the PS4 version is, or could be, I guess.
Yeah, like it's not bad. You can definitely still be quite fast on it. But it's a whole different game when you get on a PS5.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And and I'm spoiled. I started on PS5.
I started on PS4. I remember at one point, and this is why I know you can still be fast on it. The top 3 drivers in gold at that time were me, W, and Colt, and we were the PS4 boys. We were the only 3 in gold still on PS4s. But
that way, you guys have a secret chat. Is it called PS4 Boys?
No, it's called Redneck Jesus and Wired.
Wait, is Redneck Jesus supposed to be here tonight?
I don't know if he signed up or not. I can take a quick little peek.
He signed up for the season. I don't know if he signed up to race, but I am genuinely disappointed with how we only had 6 people in bronze.
Yeah, but I mean, like, life happens, you know?
Yeah, I know. It's just like, bronze is normally the most fun, like hype to watch, you know? And it's like, there was like nobody there, and they were all spread out for the most part. And then you had frickin' Texas's narration on.
I do not see Colt in the week 2 signups.
Cool, I don't have to deal with him.
But it is going to be, like, if everyone here shows up, it's going to be a pretty crazy field. We got Petrie, AY, D's Kurds, Unknown, you, Tie, Treeless, Trackhawk, Undead, Cyber, me, Zuris, and Wetberg.
Oh shoot! And then Bodie, I think is gonna be there too. Did he not sign up?
He's not on the sign-up sheet. But we have
Shoot,
Wumbo starting on the pole once again. Inferno right behind him. Nuclear starting in 3rd. Texas in 4th. Saturn in 5th. Temp in 6th. Soulpun in 7th. Savage in 8th. Slick in 9th. And Gramball in 10th. I think.
Yay!
Did I miss a driver? Or are we down to 10? Who's not here? Bump Draft's not here.
Wonder why.
I am unsure. Maybe he just had to go and it was running a little too late for him. Who knows? But as you can see, the lap times, other than Graham, so I feel like he just didn't have a very decent qualifying, because I know he's faster than that, especially on a track like this. But they're all separated by like 4/10. So it's definitely going to be some close battles here. See, the thing though, Elites, is like Colt would be among the gross top echelon of that Gold Series. As long as his internet holds on. Like, if Colt's internet is on it, he's up there with me and Unknown and D West. And
you know who I realized we're missing tonight?
Who are we missing?
Is Risky.
Yeah, he did sign up in the week 2 signups. I did see his name, but something likely came up for him or something, and tease what it is. But we are missing some drivers here. We don't have C-Dub, no Risky. C-Dub did apply for LPP, so I did see that earlier. Same with Bunk.
Let's get it.
Cyber says he won his championship on the long version of this track. I hate the long version of this track.
I got screwed on the long version of this track because there was something glitched in the center of the dang track.
But we are stacked up, and we are green here at Savilac short reverse. Inferno up on his side, and he is gone. Man, he is just having a rough day.
Yeah, that was a little...
I don't even think any contact was made. Like, he just did that all on his own.
I'm pretty sure there was, but I could be absolutely wrong.
Looks like we're doing a full restart. I respect the decision.
Oh, gosh. That would have... Listen. That would have been so bad to screw Inferno like that.
All right, let's red flag it, boys. Come on, red flag. There's Inferno. And we're probably going to do another pace lap, because they did not slow up enough to let Inferno back.
How inconsiderate.
So I'm curious, what is the preferred tune here for someone who has ran 0 laps? So
I am the oddball. Bodie
okay.
and I are the oddballs. We are running 5.2, 5.3, but most people are either running a 1 or a 3 gear.
Really?
I do believe, if my speculation is correct, that D West is running a 5 gear.
That doesn't surprise me. He always does some weird shit. All right, we are stacked up and packed up once again. And we are green flag running. Let's see if Inferno makes it out alive this time. He goes very wide to avoid everything. But he makes it out safe. It looks like everyone made it out alive that time. Nuclear on the inside here. They are 3 wide coming out of this corner. Nuclear has to back off a little bit.
Okay, at least Inferno didn't get murdered this first.
Nuclear is getting shuffled back through the pack just a little bit here. But this field, I mean, you could throw a blanket over these guys.
Oh, yeah.
Literally no separation at all so far. Graham and Slick looks like they're getting into it a little bit. Graham is going to get the better end of the deal as he hops on the inside line through this long right-hander.
Oh, Texas just a smidge too close to the inside.
Yeah, and he...
Squeezing Inferno. Oh, and bumping Wumbo just a little bit.
Yeah, these top four are basically all touching their cars. Inferno dives to the inside. Wumbo is out there. Whew, whew.
Oh, Texas, you're scaring me, Texas.
I mean, Inferno pushed Texas out, so Texas really had nothing he could do
Oh,
there.
I didn't realize that. I thought Texas just kind of went a little wide, and then I was scared
No.
because he kind of bumped Wumbo.
Yeah, no, they were 3 wide going through corner 1.
Scary, dude. You guys can't do that. Give each other space.
I mean, hey, they all made it stick. They all made it work. Inferno up in the lead of this race now. Nuclear joins the fight. So does Temp. So we got Inferno, Saturn, Wumbo, Texas, Nuclear, and Temp all within like 0.2 of a second of each other right now.
Oh my gosh, I thought Saturn was going to get that rock.
Texas pushes Wumbo through the corner, bumps him through. Saturn going to lose a bunch of positions because of it.
Oh, Jesus. I'm actually kind of a wreck. I'm nervous. I'm nervous for this.
Saturn
Texas
goes
got
very
a
wide.
good- Texas got a great corner on that one.
Yeah, they are starting to spread out a little bit. Looks like the top 3 and then these 3 in 4, 5, and 6 are starting to spread out just a touch. But as I say that, Nuclear gets a awesome run up the hill, and he is joining that pack of 4. And they are 3 wide up there still. Man, these guys are going insane up here. So far, Fast Lap goes to Texas with a 35.174. Nuclear a little bit too far inside, bumps Wumbo. He's going to lose some speed because of it. But he gets a little bump from Temp. Wumbo into the inside wall. Man, what a battle up here.
This is scary. They're so close right now that I'm like, I'm stressed and I'm not even on the track.
Yeah, these top 2 are definitely going at it hard. Inferno trying to get the inside line on Texas here. Seems like he might get it through corner 1. It looks like they're about equal speed.
What's good is that these two are friends, so
Yeah, for sure. They're going to race each
they're
other.
talking shit to each other right now.
Yeah, and they're still going to race each other pretty respectfully. And
Oh, for sure. But also, they'll push each other out the way a little bit. Maybe a little bumping, a little touching, you know. Oh,
Inferno
that was
gets a
not
good run coming down the hill. He's got full inside going into this last corner. Definitely preferred line. Does he park it on the apex? He does.
Oh, I'm so
Him and Texas almost. Careful, gentlemen.
That was scary. If that was me, I would heat a little. Oh.
Wumbo pushes Inferno, gets him back up to speed, was trying to go to the inside of him. Texas has a good gap now. This is his race to lose, but this pack is unreal.
Look at behind Wumbo.
You got Nuclear, Saturn, Temp, Inferno.
Oh, they're
Graham
all
and
so
Soulpun
close.
almost joining this battle here too. Inferno and Wumbo side by
Holy
side, going down the back
macaroni.
straight. Inferno's doing a great job of putting his car exactly where it needs to be to make these passes.
Yeah, Inferno killing the game, dude. Come on, Texas!
Does have a good gap so far and is now tied for the fast lap of the race with Saturn. Both of them with a 35.174.
All right.
Inferno gets into Wumbo a little bit. That's going to slow his speed down. That's going to allow Texas to pull more of a gap. What's happening here in the back of this pack? We got Grandpa and Soulpun battling out. You still see Savage and Slick back there.
You know what I'm afraid of?
What are you afraid of?
This race being like our race being like this.
Oh, I hope it is. This looks like so much
No,
fun.
it's so scary.
It's like so much fun.
I'm gonna take someone out. So I'm gonna take someone out on accident. Is what's gonna happen. All right, Texas.
Is it just me, or is
got
Wumbo
this.
gaining on Mr. Texas there? Texas hits the inside wall. And Wumbo takes the fast lap that lap with a 35.009. Texas into the wall hard again. Wumbo is going to go wide and give him the position back. And Inferno capitalizes on all of it.
Man, Inferno
Jumps
just
to the
takes
lead.
it, dude. Wow.
Hey, man.
Love it.
You gotta take
Gotta
those.
do what you gotta do.
Gotta take those opportunities as they arise, you know? It looks like he is going to let him back through. Also letting Wumbo back through. Very respectful from Inferno. I personally wouldn't have done the same.
No, I wouldn't have either. I would have taken it.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, is this caution? Oh, it's a caution.
So Inferno gives them their
I
positions back for the caution.
I wonder what we missed. Ginger, why are you barking?
Texas and Wumbo beating each other up on this caution lap. Must have been something big because Soulpun up into 5th, Graham up into 6th. Saturn is looking like he's hurting a little bit there.
I mean, there was a lot of close racing. We could have missed anything.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm actually going to ride with Graham on this restart. Oh boy.
Texas and Wumbo is the new generation of me and Racer, says Cyber. And you know what? You guys were the new generation of me and Millsy. We are green flag running. A couple people hit the inside barrier. Temp almost into the rock.
No.
Almost lands on
Saturn.
top of Saturn. Wumbo gets a good start. He is out into the lead. Inferno does get around Texas. Temp a little too far inside. So is Graham. That's going to give Savage an opportunity to jump up into 5th. Grandpa on the inside of about 4 different people. He's going to jump back up to 6th. Slick on the inside of Temp here, going into corner number 1. Looks like he is going to make it stick, but doesn't gain the position. Oh, looks like we got a close battle up front here for the lead. Inferno still holding it. Texas not too far behind. Wumbo jumps back into 3rd. Looks like we are still running pretty strong.
My dogs are going to be barking for a second, so I'm going to.
Yeah, you are all good. You are all good. Texas getting a good line up this hill. It's going to have a bit of a run, and Inferno does give him a little shove through the corner. Not enough to throw him out or gain any positions. Looks like this mid-pack of the field is starting to spread out a little bit, so all eyes will be on these top 3. Let's hop on board with Wumbo to see how they manage. Texas up into the lead now, is able to get that position on an Inferno. Has the inside line going into corner 1. Gets a good run through it. And Wumbo up into the bumper of Inferno. Pushes him through the corner. Texas goes a little wide. Wumbo almost hooks Inferno, but checks up a little bit. Oh, and Inferno and Texas going at each other. That's going to give Wumbo a good run. Almost lands on top of the car of Wumbo. That's going to give Texas a good little gap here, especially if Inferno and Wumbo keep battling it out. Texas will find himself in the position of his race to lose once again. Let's see if he can make it stick this time. Inferno with a great crossover. Hits Wumbo just a touch. That's going to give Graham a look. Not quite enough. Savage and Soulpun in behind, going 2 wide. Almost 3 wide with Grandpa. Savage is going to make the pass, but Soulpun might get it on the way back down the hill. Wumbo with a crazy pass on Inferno, but he is going to be running a little wide at the end of this corner. So Inferno does get the position back and has inside line. They're just absolutely destroying each other back here. It's giving Texas the gap that he needs to win this race. As Wumbo and Inferno have passed positions about 4 or 5 times in the last lap. Wumbo does a good job defending the line. He's going to pinch off Inferno just a touch. He's going to push Inferno back into third. Wumbo looks like he will be free and clear of that position. Everyone here's lap time so close. Wumbo almost hits the rock. That's going to give Inferno the position. Wumbo does save it, does not hit anything. So we will continue green flag running, and once Texas crosses the line, that will be caution cut off, and we will be green to the end. Huge pack here of Saturn, Temp, Savage, and Nuclear. Looks like Grandpa is leading up this pack also. Soul Bun goes too far inside up onto 2 wheels. But he is caught and they are saved. We are at caution cutoff, ladies and gentlemen. We will be green to the end of this race. Savage into the wall. Soul Bun might get the position. Temp almost into the rock up on 2 wheels going up the hill. Then up front, and Inferno still trying to track down Texas, but Texas has put on a large gap at this point. Gets a bad landing. Wumbo's on the inside. Going for another position change. Wumbo up into second. These guys have been going at each other's throats here in the back later stages of this race. It's really quite impressive to watch.
Silver's a scary place, man. You know, even though I hate being in gold, I'm glad I'm not in silver.
Why? Isn't this fun?
No, I would get my ass beat because I'm too nice. This is gonna go to the end between these two.
Oh, for sure.
Oh Lord, I'm so scared right
They're
now.
still side by side going up the hill. Inferno, it does have preferred line going through this section, and it is very important to have that through here, as it'll give you the...
Yeah, but Wumbo has this part.
Yeah, he does have it, but he's a little too far inside. He's going to have to jump out. Might give Inferno the shot to dive it up the inside, and he is attempting to pushes Wumbo out of the way.
That's wild.
Is gonna take second place. Texas, congratulations on race win. Number 1 for you on the season. Inferno in second, Wumbo in third, Saturn in fourth, Graham in fifth, Nuclear in sixth, Temp in seventh, Savage in eighth, Soulpun in ninth, and Slick rounding out your field in 10th place.
Listen, Cyber, I said I'm not gonna let anybody bully me anymore. Yes, I did say that.
Texas, get on up here. We need to do this quick. I haven't eaten anything all day, and I'm fucking hungry. And I just want to get our races over with. There he is. Texas Range Finder.
What a freaking race.
What
dude.
a battle.
I'm not good at this track. I'm so slow. Please.
Very well done.
Whew. Thank you.
Yeah, that was...
I tried to win it this time without a corner bomb, you know what I'm saying?
And that was well deserved, man. That was...
Thank you.
That was a battle
fantastic.
to the end.
Yeah, that was...
God, I feel bad for Inferno. I kept running him a little too hard.
Hey, you know what? He gave it back to Wumbo at the end of the race, so what goes around comes around, you know?
Exactly. Shout out to the bunk, too, for he helped me really with this track, too, so appreciate that.
Right
dude.
on.
The bonk is disgusting here.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
Good race, and man, that was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic racing from this Silver Series. I mean, you, Wumbo, and Inferno for, I don't know, 20 laps of that race were glued to each other. Glued.
Easily, dude.
I was wreck. I was terrified for you guys. I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen?
I know. I was waiting for that one bounce to happen, and all three of us go.
Yeah, I mean, this is a track where that can definitely happen, but you all held your composure. You all held it together, so very well done. We are going to sign off the stream there. I believe you're going to see Mr. Texas and Inferno up in the booth for the Gold Series, so make sure to tune in for that.
I got alcohol in me too, so we're gonna
Oh,
we'll liven
perfect.
it up.
Perfect. All right, y'all.
He's not gonna be scared anymore.
No.
That has been week 1 for the Silver Series. Shout out to Texas and Wumbo for their respective wins. Make sure you don't go far. Gold Series will be starting very shortly. See you later.
Hey, yo.